in Portland and one's in Spokane. Two bros in two towns, catching up when we can. News, life, and culture, reminiscing days past. Like, subscribe, and share the Real for Life podcast. Real for Life.
I'll take my intro. Good evening and welcome to the Real for Life podcast with Jesse and Joe coming at you on a St. Patty's Day weekend. Yes.
Yeah.
How have you been celebrating your day?
I took the Corvette out and it broke down, and then that sucked. That's about it.
It sounds like a standard Corvette experience.
It fucking barely ran, and I put some gas in it,
Mm-hmm.
and I was driving it to the gas station,
Mm-hmm.
and it would die every time you kind of stop.
Yeah.
And I was literally in the median turning left to get to the gas station, and it fucking died, and it wouldn't restart.
Damn.
Yeah, that was fun.
I had the most Jesse experience ever on that same line. So like, haven't wheeled in months. So like yesterday was the day. Put the Jeep on the trailer.
Like when you have sex with a man without a condom?
No, wheeled like go Jeeping. Same thing.
Yeah,
Same
kind of the same thing. Yeah.
And to back that up, invited a bro from work who's like a overlander guy from, and he's a traveler. So like he'll do like 13 weeks here, 13 weeks there.
Which isn't a thing. Like the overland thing is just the lazy man camping.
Pretty much. Yeah. So I'm like, well, let's go wheeling. I'll show you some Northwest rock crawling. And of course, you know, it's like, oh yeah, my Jeep's fucking badass. You know, JK axles, this, that, the third, whatever. Meet me at my house. We'll drive out there. Loaded up on the trailer, looking gangster as shit, pulling it with a power wagon. Spent an hour driving out to Tillamook State Forest. Pull the Jeep off the trailer. Todd shows up. I made it a quarter mile, Joe. Didn't even make it to the trail. Jeep quit.
Nice.
Dude I work with is like, I thought this was badass. I'm like, yeah.
There's so many gay innuendos right now. Are you frozen?
It's the fucking gasket between the header and the engine.
Hold on, I have like 3 puns right now. So you went mudding with a straight man named Todd, and you finished quickly, and it was the first time it's happened to you.
Yeah, that sums it up, Joe. No, the exhaust manifold somehow disintegrated, so I'm getting like an air gap, so it's making a whistle sound. And obviously, with that air escaping, it's throwing off the O2 sensor, and everything's fucked. So
run.
I have to just buy a new header gasket. No, it won't run because the air fuel mixture is way off, and it's fucked.
Dude, that's fucking strange. The C20, like the fucking header broke off, and I rocked it for a week.
Yeah, because it's carbureted, Joe.
I thought yours was carbureted. It's always
no, mine. So mine's like the worst, right? So it's like it's fuel injected, but it's a 94, so it's like the first fuel injected.
Is it like the throttle body thing?
Yeah, it's got a throttle body.
Yeah, those are actually pretty cool.
The O2 sensor is off, so it's just thrown off.
Kinda.
Yeah, I mean it does its thing. You know, it's 4-cylinder, high performance. I got a AEV air intake.
Got like 6 horse.
Well, I'm running a spoon engine with a T66 turbo and Motec system exhaust.
It's not how you stand your car, it's how you drive your car.
Yeah, Hector pointed me that way.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Couple segues there into actually some of my topics.
Don't hit the topics yet. Before we get going, Joe, I just need to explain that I've been doing flooring all day. So I've been tearing up carpet, replacing it with vinyl plank flooring, which means I've been drinking since noon. So we're primed for a good episode today.
That's kind of ironic because I'm like completely sober.
Not me, buddy.
Yeah, I can tell.
The moon.
Did you wear that shirt jeeping?
No, I did not. Joe, see that you can't handle this shirt. So this is true Jesse innovation right here. What I've done, sir, is I've taken your standard hoodie. Now, a hoodie is great to go to the gym in. You got your little kangaroo pocket, but it's not good to leave the gym with if you do an actual workout, which you would know nothing about. So what I've done is I've cut the hood off, and I've also cut just a little bit of a V in there, just to let it breathe a little bit, show a little bit of hamburger meat. It's a good look, sir.
Yeah, it's very 80s, like Stretch Armstrong, but in a bad
Yeah,
way.
it's like an 80s muscle man sweatshirt. All I need is the muscles.
You look like
and
Lizzo
the
at
man.
the Oscars.
I look like what?
Lizzo at the Oscars.
You know what? Fuck you, because Lizzo has lost a lot of weight. She looks phenomenal right now.
I'm talking 10 years ago, Lizzo.
That's an insult. Yes.
That is a fucking great
Dude,
video.
I'm telling you.
Have you seen it? I'm never going to wear that. It's not going to fucking happen.
Dude, it's so comfortable, especially after the gym, after a workout, when you've sweated through your t-shirt. So you take it off and just throw this on.
You know what else is really comfortable? Crocs. But I'm not going to wear them in fucking public.
Yeah, it's a good point. Well,
you have to cut it off at the tits so it shows the abs.
I don't have abs, Joe.
I know it's rolling in.
I will never have abs. So me and Joe, for the listening audience, we both go to the gym quite often, but we also drink a lot of beer and eat a lot of pizza. So our goal in life is to look like, if I go to the pool, or if I go to Mexico, or as I call it, because I'm cultured, Mexico. My goal, and yours as well, is to look like somebody who used to lift.
No, my goal is to look like a dude at my age that goes to the gym and drinks a lot of beer.
We're there, bro.
Right, I'm fucking killing it.
We're fucking there. I took vacation last week. Trap City. Yeah.
Fucking notes. Hold on, I'm bringing them up.
You want to hear my list?
Oh, we're gonna hit racial.
Uh-oh.
Since you mentioned St. Patrick's Day.
St. Patty's Day.
All right, so
both of us are Irish, by the way. So this is like
you're English.
Our only I'm English, Welsh, and Irish. I'm more Irish than Elizabeth Warren is Native American. Which is not tough, but
no. So like there's a racial advisory now on a lot of Disney movies.
Rachel advisory.
Racial.
Right.
So like
Rachel.
Aladdin.
Right.
Advisory that for some reason Aladdin is racist.
How the fuck is Aladdin racist?
Because it took a race and I don't think it made fun of the race. It just wasn't the correct depiction of that race. The same thing with the Jungle Book.
Did they say something derogatory about blue people?
No. So like Jungle Book, Aladdin, a couple other movies, obviously not Lion King, because we haven't gotten that crazy yet. But I watch a lot of Disney movies to go to sleep, and I always laugh because there's this huge disclaimer at the beginning of the movie that Disney doesn't stand by the words that are spoken in this movie, blah, 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 blah. Okay? It exists. It's crazy.
Oh, gosh.
But it doesn't exist at the movie Brave.
Why would it?
Because the Scottish and the Irish aren't fucking pussies. That's why.
Exactly. Yeah. Honestly, so there's this chick I used to hang out with. She has twin sisters, super cool, whatever, but she's super woke, right? And like one year I posted something. She had this post on Instagram about like, my culture is not your costume kind of thing.
That she wore green on St. Patrick's Day.
No. It was about Cinco de Mayo.
Oh,
which, first of all, she's El Salvadorian. So no, that's not your fucking holiday. Right. So she's like, you can't do Cinco de Drinko or any of that stuff. It's racist. Their culture is not your holiday, blah, 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 blah. And it's like, dude, every Mexican person I've hung out with fucking loves Cinco de Mayo.
Correct.
Like, it's go
I
time.
I
It's
was
a
born-
celebration.
I'm not even Mexican. I was born 15 minutes short of
Huh?
Cinco de Mayo, and my dad was like, "Hold them in."
But that's the point, right? You celebrate. So I've just been and this is super petty of me, but like I've literally checked her Instagram like a couple times today because I'm just
Waiting.
fucking waiting for her to post about
Drinking a green.
St. Patrick's Day so I can
Right.
just be like, hey, my culture's not your costume, lady. Like, you need to back the fuck off.
This is my time to shine.
Exactly. Well, it is Irish American month now. That's a thing.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, executive order. March is now Women's History Month and Irish Heritage Month.
Do I get reparations for all the years of slavery? But no, probably not.
I don't think so.
No, because we're Irish are white, so it doesn't fucking count.
Yeah, they were treated like absolute dog shit when they came to America.
They were the first slaves.
Yeah.
This is actually factual. But again,
Now,
my family
hold
didn't.
on though.
Like,
If it's keep going.
my family didn't come here until like the 1800s, so none of
I'm
that.
just saying, if it's the ginger Irish, I'm kind of okay with it.
They don't have souls, so
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. So here's my list for this week. I got tipping. When and how much? The more tattoos, the scarier. Dad teaching kid to drive.
sorry, one more time.
The more tattoos, the scarier. Dad teaching kid to drive.
Okay.
Alibi and muscle. New gas store computer system sucks. Tesla hate in the wild. Mark of the bro versus Mark of the sister. And septum piercing. What the fuck?
Is that this one?
No. That's this guy. The pig nose thing.
Hey, I'm into it.
You really?
Yeah.
I'm not into it, dude.
All right. Mine is nowhere near that. One is my first one's just a statement. And I kind of realized this. I'm going back in the 90s hip hop. So I'm driving to work, listening to some fucking 90s hip hop.
Nice.
And it kind of occurred to me, and the note is no dead rapper, they have to be dead. No dead rapper from the 90s drove a nicer car than me,
Holy shit.
which is insane, but it's true.
Yeah.
Like, got heated seats, heated steering wheel. I got like the screen to press buttons.
Dude,
Like,
that was one of the biggest scenes in one of the most iconic badass movies ever, Menace to Society. When they go to steal the car and it's a fucking Infinity with like 16-inch chrome wheels.
right.
And Kane's cousin's like, look at the motherfucking wheels.
Yeah.
It's a little fucked up, but it ain't no thing.
What is the movie? It's a
Damn,
Spike
that's a good
Lee movie. I don't remember what the fuck it is, but there was a black Lexus with
Hold
gold
on.
ribs.
If it's Spike Lee, it's not a movie. It's a Spike Lee joint.
Yeah, whatever. He's a terrible director.
Yeah.
I said it out loud.
No, he sucks.
Yeah, it's fucking garbage. But it was a black Lexus with gold rims and gold handles. It was fucking gorgeous.
Yeah. Did Spike Lee do Boys in the Hood?
No.
Okay. Yeah, that's right. Because that movie's good.
Right.
Cuba Gooding Jr.
I already hit racial advisory. This one's going to be weird.
Uh-oh.
What do you think shit tastes like?
Ooh. I mean, the obvious answer is nutty.
Or like shit. Here's my theory, though. Like, so everybody assumes it tastes bad, but it's your...
Where are you going with this?
I just had this weird thought the other day.
Joe,
So
did you taste shit?
No. So
I mean,
like,
no, hold on. You have tasted shit.
I have kids. I'm sure I've been shat on.
You're into butt stuff.
No. Yeah, I mean, you
do
say
that
it like
stuff.
that. Yeah, obviously I'm married and I take care of my wife.
I will never go down that road, sir.
Anyways, the theory is like, so it's your bodily waste and it's everything you shouldn't consume. So shouldn't it taste like candy?
Fucking A, dude. You blew
Like
my
shouldn't
mind.
it be very like sweet and like a almost like a sweet bread, like a pound cake, if you will?
So here's what's funny. So, like, you know how the whole shtick for our show is we just like we talk once every other week.
Right,
And
right.
when we see something we want to talk to the other person about, we write it down.
hmm
So I actually have two lists. I have my podcast list that I'm going to talk to you about. And then I also have my stand-up comedy list, which is if I ever decide to do stand-up, I have my list of things like, and they're completely different. Your little poop should taste like candy. That would go in my stand-up list.
It
You
makes
could
sense.
work that in.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Like stuff like this is my stand-up list. So like the first Terminators will be female sex robots.
Oh, absolutely.
Because all of the robotic innovation right now is in female sex robots.
Dude, for some reason on my page, it started popping up like it was this weird silicone thing. I'm like, what the fuck is that? And I clicked on it. It was a weird, like this dude, it made no sense. So I clicked on it. I was like, what the fuck is that? And it's like them building sex robots. And I'm like, why is this even on my fucking feed?
Dude, it's where the money's at. It's what the people want, Joe.
And you go down the fucking rabbit hole, and I'm a pervert, and I'd be like, I'd fuck that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. It's terrible.
Yeah.
We already went through my entire list.
You can change the face every other month. Like,
oh, Jesus. Just
doesn't sound all bad. The only thing is, though, I feel like, so this is a business idea, Joe. The only problem with the sex robot is the cleanup. It kind of takes away the allure.
Yeah, like what if you just shove a hose up in there?
So that's my business idea. So much like you have people that go around and clean hot tubs.
Oh,
and
God.
I'm not saying I'm going to do this fucking job, but you could hire somebody to come clean your robot so that you don't have to look at it in that light. And obviously you're going to charge a premium because that's fucking disgusting.
You just can't toss a towel at her.
No, you're going to want to put, you're going to need some chemicals on that. And you're going to need chemicals that are strong enough to clean it, but not so strong that they ruin you the next time.
Right.
These are the real issues of our time. So.
All right, my last topic is.
We're just doing your whole list.
Yeah. My last topic is women and reptiles.
Psycho chicks like reptiles.
Yeah, I just don't trust it. It's fucking gross.
Any chick that's into reptiles will cut you when you break up with her.
Yeah, look at my iguana or my fucking boa or whatever. I'm like, that's fucking gross.
I don't understand it. Like, so, fuck, how do we say it without saying her name? Dayton's mom.
Yeah.
So, into reptiles, into snakes.
Really? I didn't know that. I mean, it makes sense. She is a stripper.
What is the point of that? You're not getting any actual communication, affection, anything.
The whole point of an animal or pet is to have like a connection.
Companionship.
Right.
Yeah.
And
this is my service goose. It flies where I fly.
It's just, it's fucking gross.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, chicks that are into reptiles, that's somebody you don't need in your life.
No.
Yeah, dudes with reptiles too. What kind of fucking D-bag guys into reptiles?
Yeah, it's fucking weird.
I don't know. Actually, so I go to, I'm contractually obligated to mention it once a show. I do CrossFit.
Oh, I didn't know that.
One of the dudes hit my CrossFit class, who's also a tattoo artist, really good one. He's super into iguanas and spiders.
Yeah, no.
But I feel like he gets an exception because he's a Japanese tattoo artist. Right?
There's got to be a pun in there somewhere. I can't figure it out.
There's no pun. I'm just saying, like, he's a Japanese tattoo artist and he's into raising spiders and like iguanas.
Yeah, Brian had a lot of snakes.
I feel like he's good there.
And so one time when I was in Vegas, his girlfriend called him. No, his brother called him, and his 7-foot boa was out of its cage.
No thanks.
And he couldn't find it, so he called his girlfriend and was like, "Don't go out of the room and shut the door. I'll come home and find this snake." And I'm like, fuck that. So they found it like curled up in under the couch cushion.
Fuck that.
Why would you want an animal? I mean, technically a dog could kill you.
Honestly,
like,
I think you just answered the question though. Like maybe the whole reason for it is that you're holding captive something that could easily kill you.
Yeah, I found no joy in that. I mean, I'm married, so kind of the same thing.
Nice.
Speaking of which, we have an anonymous email to our email address that I don't have access to for some notes.
How come it didn't come to the actual email address?
She said she emailed.
Dude, I'm checking the email here. Oh, shit. I haven't checked my email in 3 days. Jiminy Christmas.
So, I have another topic.
Oh, my God. I do have an email. I'll be damned. Oh, Mariah Carey or Whitney Houston, fuck off. I'm tired of having this argument. It's Mariah Carey all fucking day, all fucking day.
Yeah.
Anybody that thinks that Whitney Houston is better than Mariah Carey can fuck right off.
No, it's insane.
The only reason that Whitney Houston is even in the fucking conversation is because she's dead and she gets sympathy points.
The best thing that came out of her mouth was Bobby Brown.
Yes. Mariah Carey has the most #1 hits of any female of all time.
Right.
She had better marriage choices. She was rich as shit. Not harder to beat Whitney Houston on marriage choices. Sorry, not sorry. And also, Mariah Carey sings a full 5 octaves.
Yeah. That was actually
It's Mariah Carey.
I've been listening to a lot of Mariah Carey lately. And I was wondering if you played Mariah Carey to like somebody in the 15 or 1400s, would they think that she was just a fucking angel? Like, would it just blow their minds?
Dude, you play Hero and try to tell me Mariah Carey is not the best fucking female singer of all time. Or even when she did the remake of that Phil Collins song. I can't remember the name of it right now, but the fucking Phil Collins song. She did a remake of that. Awesome. She did a remake of a Journey song. Awesome.
This was one of her notes, is when we talk about movies or a reference, we need to like actually find the reference.
I'm not doing research. This is the Real for Life podcast. We fly by the seat of our pants. Hold on. I'm not done with Mariah yet. Dark Horse. Now, I will hold till the day that I die until somebody better comes along that Mariah Carey is the GOAT. And here's the thing. Nobody better is going to come along because music is so easily available nowadays that nobody's going to have as many albums as she had. It's not going to fucking happen.
Right.
Dark Horse time, Celine Dion. Celine Dion has some fucking bangers.
Yeah, I can't listen to it though.
She's not as good as Mariah Carey, but Celine Dion, especially coming from that tiny, tiny little Canadian body of hers, fucking belts it.
Against All Odds? I don't know this song.
Yes, Against All Odds. Phil Collins and Mariah Carey's version.
Oh, yeah.
So you can't play it on this or we'll get dinged on YouTube.
I only played one note. Just fuck
That's
you.
fine. But I'm saying the reason Mariah Carey's version is so good of Against All Odds is because she does that whole soft, sexy voice for the first half of the song. And then she just fucking ramps up. And then she does the one fucking verse where she just belts it. But instead of belting it in just her voice, she overlays her voice and hits the same word at 3 different octaves. It's fucking incredible. Oh, God, I'm tearing up thinking about it. Mariah wins.
Absolutely.
I'm going to forgo a little bit of my list and go with K-Con's list here. I like this. The first job, first kiss, first car, first toy, first girlfriend. Should we do this?
First car. I mean, we always talk about our fucking cars.
Well, my first car was not the Buick, Joe.
This is true.
I had an 87 Pontiac Grand Am that I bought with a broken heater core that had antifreeze in the floorboards.
Yeah, but we rallied the shit out of that car.
We did. And that car is the reason that I got into cars, because I scored a date with Tracy. Not going to say her last name because we have thousands of listeners. It's probably one of them.
We're pretty famous.
Pretty famous. So I score a date with Tracy, right? As a classy guy that I am, I take her to the Mustard Seed. Okay. I pick her up in the Pontiac. It's the middle of summer. My car's overheating. So of course I have to turn the heater on full blast.
Yes.
Right? I've pulled the, keep in mind, I'm 16, Joe. I've pulled the move where I bought like the single rose from the gas station and put it in the passenger seat.
Nice.
It's a classy move.
Oh my God. I got to cut you off. The rose guy at the bars.
Yep.
Spokane.
Yep. I know.
Still exists.
Dude.
And I was shooting pool at this bar because I'm in the league. And he came through and I bought Katie a rose and brought it home to her.
Ice hasn't caught him yet?
No. And he has long hair and a beard. He doesn't even look the same.
Nice. Good for him. Still hustling.
Yeah.
Nice.
$10 for one rose.
Jesus. If you're drunk enough, you'll pay it.
I just sentimental. I was like, babe, this is insane. Anyways, continue. You bought a 99-cent rose from a gas station.
So I've got the gas station rose. It's in the passenger seat.
Probably
pick her up. This is a lunchtime date, which should have been my tip off that she probably was not that interested, but she went on the date, right? Now I'm only getting this date because I'm cashing in on my previous years of coolness where I was the best skater at the roller rink. So in those days, I was the man. I peaked in junior high, Joe.
Mm-hmm.
But now that cars are involved, I'm still holding on to the glory days, right?
Okay.
So we go to the Mustard Seed, blah, 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 blah. And she basically tells me, well, I've got a boyfriend, but, you know, I'm kind of exploring, blah, 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 blah. She's out with me. She's somewhat interested. Turns out her boyfriend is in the Air Force, which is pretty fucked up because, once again, Joe, I'm 16 at the time. She's 15.
Yeah, that's pretty fucked up.
She's 15, and homeboy's in the fucking Air Force.
Mm-hmm.
He did exactly with his sign-on bonus as we did with ours, Joe. So I go to drop her off. Boyfriend is waiting at her house, and he's got a 96 Accord slammed on 17-inch 3-spoke chrome wheels.
Nice.
And immediately right there, I was like, oh, I fucking lost that one. Because she's sweating her ass off and her shoes are soaked in antifreeze from the broken heater core. And that was a turning point in my life.
But she still went to lunch and you dropped her off.
Yeah.
They're not together anymore.
Oh, no. He was probably leading with his wallet driving the Accord. He's in the fucking Air Force and he's dating a 15-year-old? Pretty sure that's illegal.
I watched this stand-up bit the other day, and the dude is on Wikipedia looking up the Jetsons.
Mm-hmm.
And at the bottom, it explains their ages. So George Jetson, I have to do this correctly, it was like 44.
Mm-hmm.
And Judy Jetson
smoke show
was 36.
I'm
trying to remember the math on this. And their first kid, the daughter, I don't remember her name.
I can't remember her name. The kid was Elroy.
Kid was Elroy. I don't remember the daughter's name, but she was 18.
Okay.
So 18 minus 36.
Oh boy.
He's like,
oh boy.
Yeah, so she was like 16, 17, and fucking George was like 20 something.
It was a different time, Joe.
No, this is the future.
I mean, it was the future, but it was a past future. It was like a Marvel multiverse kind of thing.
Right.
Yeah. Anyway, that was the first car. Oh man. Yours was the Oldsmobile. We had the Oldsmobile and the Buick.
Super comfy.
I don't know if I want to go into first
Actually,
kiss because you got different categories for that.
First kiss?
Yeah, first kiss versus first like
kiss. Right.
tongue
So
kiss.
I actually have a weird story about this. So
Okay.
my first like tongue kiss,
What was his name? Nice.
Bruce. I was trying to come up with a really masculine name. No, it was Gretchen. And
Okay.
it was at Wonderland, but we were outside Wonderland. So I was probably
Nice.
like 13.
Okay.
And so we like made out in the parking lot
Mm-hmm.
right in front of this coffee stand that still exists. But in the 2000s, that coffee stand changed its name to Gretchen's.
That's trippy.
Yeah, it's fucking weird, right?
All of my firsts, all of them, in every category, were at the roller rink
That makes sense.
or outside of it.
In the vicinity of,
Like they were at the roller rink, or it was a girl I met at the roller rink.
that makes sense.
Yeah,
Oh God.
all of them.
So was Heath's.
Oh yeah.
You could tell that story so
Yeah.
people understand the slam. Speaking of military,
Okay. So I had a high school girlfriend, as everybody does. Joined the army. She was a year younger, so
not
I'm in
4
the army while she's on her senior year, so I couldn't take her to prom. So I was like, well, I don't want you to miss prom. So my second best friend, Heath, he'll go with you. And he's a good looking dude. Go ahead and take my car, my awesome Honda Prelude.
I feel like this is you just set yourself up for failure.
I know. What the fuck was I thinking?
But didn't they bang in your car like next to the roller rink?
I don't know where it was, Joe.
I thought it was a bridge next to the roller rink. I thought that was the tie to the roller
Funny
rink.
thing. One time I was driving under that bridge with a chick, and you know how there's like spray paint everywhere?
Yeah.
And this is right by the roller rink where I'm kind of a big deal. So, like up in the corner, there was spray painted "I love Jesse," and then it was crossed out and it said "like hell." So anyway,
I took a date to a bar downtown.
So hold on. So I never find out about the Heath thing. I never find out that they had sex in my car till years later, till this girlfriend from high school missed me so much. And she's the girliest girl of all times. She fucking joined the army so that she could be with me. Like,
I forgot she did that.
Yeah, she did that. And then 9/11 happened. And she's like, "Oh shit. You've never seen anybody try to get pregnant so quick so they could get out."
Which is
anyway,
easy in the military.
So I didn't know about this forever until you finally told me years later. I think it was you.
No, Heath told you because he stopped talking to you for like 10
No, it wasn't Heath. It wasn't Heath. I think it was her.
It might have been her. I didn't tell you.
Her. So I ended up
story.
going to Heath's and being like, "Dude, I finally know why you've been ignoring me. I know, and I want you to know, good job, buddy. Like, high five. We're good. Like, dude, you were in high school. I completely set you up for this. Like,
right.
I'm kind of at fault here." I was like, "Dude, I hold no animosity whatsoever, man. You're good. How was it?" And he like he cried. He felt so fucking bad. But yeah, in retrospect, what the fuck was I thinking on that one?
Terrible idea. On the reverse of that, I can't tell this story.
How many proms did you go to?
Just one.
And you took?
Oh, no, I went to 2. So yeah, I had the awkward.
You took your friend.
I took my friend to prom, and we just smoked weed and got pictures and left. And then when I was in San Diego, I was dating a girl, and I went to her prom, and she had to get like a permission slip because I was 20 and she was 18. So she had to get like a permission slip for me to go to the prom with her.
Right.
That was awkward. And I took my buddy's car. Prelude.
That's better than taking that fucking Dodge Neon.
Yeah, I didn't have a car at the time.
So
I did hit a guy in that car that night. Side story. It wasn't my car. And so we're leaving prom, and she's like, hey, you know that piece of shit that I've told you about that beats up his girlfriend? That's him right there. I was like, oh, and I just backed up real quick and fucking clipped him and then left.
That's awesome.
Fuck.
So I went to 2 proms. One of them mine, and the other one was like for a high school on the South Hill with this chick named Farah, who was like, she was Indian, right? Just perfect white teeth, super cute, like just cute as a button.
Mhm.
And her parents were like both professors at Gonzaga.
Okay.
Right. So of course she's on like a big badass house, proper money on the South Hill. So I show up, and you know how we rolled in high school. So I show up in my fucking Buick with wire wheels, and I'm doing like the whole like collared silk shirt, but it's not tucked in, and I'm wearing brand new white Nikes.
Nice.
And instead of a tie, I've got like the silver safari necklace.
Nice.
And I just remember in that moment when I met her parents, I could see the look of disappointment in her dad's eyes that this was what she was taking to the prom. And dude, it would have been the easiest thing in the world for me to capitalize on the whole prom night thing. And I literally took her straight home because I felt so bad about the look her dad gave me of just like, this guy does not approve. And you know what? He's fucking right. She can do better. She deserves better.
On the polar opposite,
I took her home, dude.
I took this girl out on a date. I don't remember her name, and I don't remember where we met.
Uh-huh.
I had no idea where she lived. I just met this chick. I asked her on a date. She accepts. I go to pick her up from her house, which was like the shittiest house I've ever seen in Hilliard, where there's just like garbage everywhere.
So that's like 2 out of 3 houses in Hilliard. Gotcha.
Correct. I borrowed Luke's car, which was like a 90s Cadillac with 20-inch wire rims.
Yep. 3 payments behind.
She rolls out in a mini skirt with like the heels with the shoestrings, if you will, that wrap all the way up past her knees.
Oh, those take effort.
And a baby fat fur jacket.
Oh, geez. Dude, are you still paying child support?
I got so scared. And I took her to Good Times, which is a shithole. And then she's like, hey, my friend's at this bar. We should go meet up. And the bar was called The Flame, which you'd assume was a gay bar, but it's not. It's actually like a pool bar. I walk in, and I am the only white person there, which is fine, but it's very thug life in all aspects of it. And I was like, I'm going to fucking die. I was probably 22.
Is this in San Diego? No, wait.
No,
this
it's
is
here.
Spokane. Okay.
Yes. I was probably 25, 24, somewhere in there. And so I end up shooting pool with some dudes all night, blah, blah, blah. Go back to her place. And again, with your original statement, I did make smart moves when I was a kid. Refused to have sex with this girl. I was just
Good
like,
for you, sir. Good for you.
You're instantly pregnant. I can already tell from here. Yep. And we literally did nothing, had some beers, and I went the fuck home. I was like, this is not where I want my life to be at all.
You think about how many dudes out there completely altered their life, changed their life forever in that one moment where you're like, you know, you're making a bad decision, but
Yeah.
you don't have the willpower to stop. You've come too far.
Yeah. I had an opportunity. I've told my wife this story, so sorry that she's listening, to sleep with this girl that we both know. He drives a nice car, that girl.
Oh, geez.
And took her out on a date.
It's a Mitsubishi 3000 GT.
Yeah. She is butt naked.
Which would be incredible.
It wasn't terrible. And
I mean, I've definitely never thought about it.
Ready to go. And I was like, I don't have a condom, do you? And she's like, no, we're good. And I was just like, no. That's another life choice that I was just like so glad I made that choice.
Yep.
I was like, there's no fucking way.
You know what? It's a shame too, because okay, so you know how there's people that just they're not born at the right time, right?
Okay.
Like big booty chicks in the 80s. Totally got fucked, right? Today they would be amazing. So this person you're talking about, had they been born later during the Instagram era, would be rich as shit.
Dude, we both follow her and her husband on Instagram. Dude, it's so gross.
Yeah, but if she was still younger and like before kids, she would have a huge following. She'd have a huge OnlyFans.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Like her body type is built for today.
Yeah, I mean she's pretty thick now, but
well, yeah, but back then she was thick in the good way.
Yeah, but we're talking about two adults here in their 40s, and everything they post is their cars and them eating out to dinner. Like they post every fucking meal they eat, and we're like, I don't care.
It's pathetic. Hashtag ball in.
But yeah, and then every time there's food, there's always like his hands showing like his rings and his watch in the frame. Like it's just like, dude.
Yeah. Nope, don't care.
No.
Yeah. Is there a way I can like show off that I have 0 credit cards?
My wallet has 3 things in it.
I feel like that's a more baller move right there. Yeah, we're at sushi. You'll notice my little piece of paper over here that says I have 0 debt. Yeah.
Oh fuck.
This is a great list that this listener gave. You know, more listeners out there. We like it when we get the suggestions from the audience. So if you'd like to leave them, it's realforlifepodcast@gmail.com. Real the number 4 life podcast@gmail.com. It's kind of long.
A little bit. It's the first thing that's long in our lives.
They also said stop going on rants about politics is boring. I hear you. There's plenty of political shows out there. We're not going to do it. Once in a while, it's going to creep in a little bit.
It happens.
Current affairs. I'm not going to. I feel like this next one is something we'd have to like come back to because I need time to think about it. But it's a great suggestion. Name 3 times in your life that make you the most proud of yourself and why.
That's pretty.
I don't know if I have 3 of them. I don't.
I will tell you the moment that I graduated from boot camp.
Mm-hmm.
They played. And I don't mean graduated from boot camp. So graduation from boot camp is a totally different ceremony where your family's there.
Right.
But the last 3 days of boot camp, I forget what they call it, but basically you don't sleep and it's like war times and you just run around and play like you're in fucking war and it's miserable. You have to like carry a fake dead body, get shot at while you're crawling underneath barbed wire, which makes no fucking sense because I was in the Navy. But it's a whole thing.
Could have been a CD.
I should have. So the whole time in boot camp, we were wearing a fucking cap that says recruit on it. And then once you get through those 3 days, they give you another one that says Navy. And it's a ceremony that you're no longer a recruit.
Mm-hmm.
And then you're standing at attention. They hand out whatever ribbons if you earned any during boot camp. And then they give you your hat. and they're playing Proud to Be American. And now every time I hear that song, I get a little teary-eyed. So I would say that was my first moment where you're 18 and you're like, wow, I actually accomplished something in my fucking life. So that's one. Nice. Obviously, the wedding and the baby are the other two.
Yeah, my wedding is definitely up there. I will never forget the moment when, and I know there's memes out there and everything about it, like when the groom turns around and sees the bride.
Mm-hmm.
But when I fucking turned around and saw Tana and realizing that she was willing to marry me.
Yeah, you're like why?
Exactly. Like the way that she looked and just, everything she's accomplished in her life, she's got a doctorate and all that, like, and I'm a fucking dirtbag. And I was at the fattest stage of my life.
I was at the skinniest, which is unfortunate.
Yeah, that's once again, my best wedding photo is of you and my wife, you fucking asshole.
Yeah, I murdered. I fucking made your wedding.
Yeah, dude, you make my life, man. I love you. But that is definitely in the top 3. Like turning around and seeing her, like, super proud of myself. I know you shouldn't be proud of like getting a chick,
Vespa and carried it upstairs in this.
Yeah, that was so cool. Yeah, the other ones I would have to think about, but yeah, it's a good thing to bring up. Thank you, listener, for that. I'm gonna go back to my list. I know we only got about 15 minutes left, but I wanted to talk about, I'll save some of these, but the more tattoos, the scarier dad teaching kid to drive. I met you the other day, Joe.
Okay.
So, dude, it was awesome. So I'm taking my kid to get his hair cut. Bishop's is the only place open. I don't know if you've ever been to a Bishop's before.
I don't know what the fuck it is. It's like a Weldon?
No. Bishop's is where you go if, like, you want to get your hair cut where half of the people there have blue or purple hair. Standard Portland hipster. This is a safe space.
Oh, sounds
that
fucking
kind of place.
terrible.
It is fucking terrible, but it is the only place open.
You roll in.
So I roll in, and I always feel a little out of place in those places. But so Parker's getting his hair cut, and I'm just fucking sitting there. And the seats were like really awkward. So I'm sitting kind of awkward because I've got my gun, and the seat's like really thin. And I know none of those people there. Like, this is not a good place for me. So anyway, this dude rolls in with his kid. This kid, first of all, the dude is like 5'8". He's covered in fucking tattoos. And he's like, kind of like, can't tell if he's Mexican or not. And like, he's got like neck tattoos. And he's got this kid who's like a foot taller than him. He's got curly hair. He looks exactly like Jalen.
Okay.
Right? And I don't think it was this dude's kid, like biologically. There's no way it could have been. And he comes in and the dad's just talked to him like, dude, I don't fucking get it. Like, we almost died out there with you driving. I'm telling you what to do. And you're just not listening. Like, I don't know how to fucking make it any clearer. Like, when your mom tells you to do this shit, you do it. But when I talk to you, you just fucking ignore it. And we almost died. And he's parenting like you do. He's talking to him respectfully, but he's also being stern.
Okay.
Right? So the kid fucking goes over and he starts to get his haircut. Dude comes over and I just look at him and he looks at me. And this is like a mean looking motherfucker, right? I just look at him and smile and I'm like, fucking going through it today, huh, bud? And he just goes, ooh, you wouldn't fucking believe it. And he comes over and he shakes my hand. And we just fucking chat for like 15 minutes while our kids are getting their haircut. And he's like going through, yeah, man, fucking kids, they don't know what it's like when we were growing up. And then we started talking about how like cars and shit, and both of us grew up poor, and talking about like lowriders and shit. It was you, Joe. The guy was fucking awesome. And it was just the coolest fucking moment because, like, I live in Happy Valley, so it's a lot of yuppies.
Yeah.
But I love meeting new people, and I always put myself out there, and like this was one of those guys that you would see and you'd kind of avoid him, you know? But the more I talk to people like that, they're the fucking best.
Dude, I got this buddy, and this is a couple years ago, probably 4, and we go into this fucking dive bar, me, Katie, and I think 2 other girls. I don't remember. And there's nobody in this bar. Like, it's fucking dead. And so they go get some beers, and they're all fucking chatting like girls do. And I was like, this is fucking annoying. And there's this gangster ass fucking huge black dude standing by himself in the corner, just chilling. Gold teeth, face tattoos. I'll show you a picture. You'd be like, what the fuck? Like, and I'm like, hey, bro, what's up? And he's like, none. And we just like fucking kicked it for like an hour. And now he just, he comes to the bar all the time. He doesn't even drink, just super nice guy. He spent like, he won't tell me. I think he spent like 15 years in prison in Florida. Like,
did he do security at one of your events?
Yes.
I know who you're talking about. That dude was cool as shit.
He's cool as shit. And every time he walks in the bar, like the employee comes, one specific time, the employee comes back and she's like, there's somebody here that says it's your brother and he looks really scary.
Oh, man.
Oh, fuck. But it's just like, he's like the nicest guy ever. And just different culture.
Mm. The last thing I had for you. So you've been to Portland with me before. You know how I used to fucking love karaoke?
If you're singing alone, yeah.
So the last time I did karaoke was with you at the Pauly Shore thing. And my voice was like fucked that night, whatever. I haven't done karaoke forever. I don't enjoy it anymore. And I used to love it. And the reason I don't like it is because the songs that I want to sing are not crowd pleasers.
No, because you have a certain range and you stay in the range and it's Neil Diamond.
Joe, you need to quit saying that. I have a huge range.
No, you don't.
I have a huge range. It's just so like lately the stuff I like singing is like the newer country stuff. Morgan Wallen, Jelly Roll, stuff like that. Like all those guys are in my range. And that's the kind of music that I like right now.
Okay.
So Tana fucking gets me to go with all of her work friends to the Alibi for karaoke last week. Now the Alibi is like Northeast Portland, hipster central.
Is there non-hipster area of Portland?
Good point. So
are we talking like Alberta? Is that Northeast?
Technically, yeah. So like that kind of area, but like more divey.
Okay.
Alibi is a divey bar, but they do karaoke every night.
Okay.
So we're there on a Saturday, and it was weird because I used to go there all the fucking time, right? When I was a Portland hipster. And going back there after like finding the gym and everything kind of made me feel like a badass because nobody there has any muscle or testosterone at all, except for the trans chicks, of which there was one sitting right next to us that had boobs and a beard, of course. So I've put in 2 songs. One of them's Jelly Roll, and the other one was Morgan Wallen. And immediately I noticed that the crowd this is a hipster crowd. They're going to fucking hate these songs. I'm just going to sing stuff that they'll like. I'm going with the old classics. I put in a Pearl Jam and I put in a Radiohead. Right? Okay. And it pisses me off because, not to toot my own horn, I'm the best fucking singer in there by a mile.
You are a good singer.
Right. But because I'm like, I fucking look like a Trump voter in there. Like many times over.
Well, you are a Trump voter.
True. There's no respect there. It's
True.
like I'm definitely the best singer, but people, they're not digging it, right? They're not
Okay.
digging the look. Meanwhile, after my first song, this girl gets up and she she starts singing The Little Mermaid, like, oh, I want to be where the blah, blah, blah.
Okay.
She's changed the lyrics, Joe.
Oh, God,
Now,
no.
this is a super liberal white chick. I want to be where the drag queens are, running around singing, dancing. Like, she's changed it to a drag queen song. The whole fucking bar is going insane. They're loving it. And I'm not putting her down. I guess I kind of am. But I'm just telling you, like, that's the environment. So, like, she played to the audience. Good for her. I don't want to be in that environment anymore. And that's why I don't like going to karaoke anymore. If I could find a bar where they like country songs for karaoke, I think I would enjoy it. But all of the places around here that do karaoke, it's like they just want LGBT stuff. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. It's just not where I want to be.
Fuck Me Softly.
Ooh, yeah. I don't think they would like that either. Because a dude like me would look like he was taking advantage of women.
The audience of 4 people, the coolest thing that I've ever seen you do in my entire fucking life is we're at this bar downtown called the Blue Spark, and they had a band playing, and we were just drinking beers, hanging out, and the band was on like a stage, but it's like a one-step stage in the corner. And
I vaguely remember I was very drunk.
Yeah, and so they do like an intermission, and drunk Jesse goes up there and was like, "Hey man, can I borrow the mic?" And the guy's like, "Okay." So for the people that don't know the song "Fuck Me Softly" or "Gently" or whatever, it's by Tenacious D. It's the dumbest song ever. But Jesse got up there and sung it a cappella and got the crowd more lit up than the band did the entire fucking night. It was awesome.
That was pretty cool. But see, that's a good crowd. Like, that's the crowd I belong in, or like even the crowd at your bar. I'll fucking karaoke some Creed. I'll Creed my ass off. Okay.
We did the karaoke last night. Obviously, I did not sing, but we've been doing it every other Saturday. It's a pretty good turnout.
Yeah.
I sang the song that I sang Tequila. That's it.
And I would do it at your bar, but like I said, I don't think I'll ever do karaoke in Portland again. Not because there's something wrong with them, just because they don't want to hear what I'm singing, and it takes all the joy right out of it.
I wouldn't even want to go to a hipster bar in Portland.
There are things about hipster bars that are really fun. Like, I mean, you can't deny Portland's live music scene is fucking awesome, and it's going to come with hipsters. It is what it is. But you can see really good live music here any night of the week. Not that I'm going to, because I'm old as shit now. But if you're young, it's a great town.
What was that bar
I'm not young anymore.
Shweddy always went to on Alberta?
Oh, it wasn't Biddy's. It was it's been so long, I can't even remember.
So this bar, very small bar, pretty cool place. I've told this story like 1,000 fucking times, but I can't remember what it was called. I think it started with a B, and it was like 4 letters, like Binks.
Binks. That's what it was.
Was it Binks?
Yeah. Nice job.
Yeah. So you go into the bathroom. It's a single person bathroom. You shut the door. There's a toilet and a sink. And as you're standing there taking a piss, you look over and they have like the Time Magazine mirror of Man of the Year. And then it's a mirror and it's your face. And then next to it is a fucking hula girl on a shelf in a skirt.
Oh, yeah.
And so as a dude taking a piss, you're gonna lift up the skirt because it's right there in your face. Well, little do you know that hula girl's connected to a light in the bar. So the light turns on. So everybody in the bar knows you looked up the girl's skirt, which is fucking hilarious.
It is pretty cool. Dude, Alberta has some sweet bars. And once again, when you're in your younger 20s, like Portland's amazing. But it's changed a lot.
Yeah, I've been telling myself I need to get down there because I haven't been there in fucking 10 years.
Yeah. My last thing on my list was just it should have been I'm trying to mold this into a stand-up act kind of thing. But it was
Okay.
just like, you know how the mark of the bro in the gym is like 225 on the bench, 2 plates?
Yeah.
Do you know what the mark of the sister is? Like how a chick knows she's officially a gym girl? 100,000 followers on Instagram. That's all I got.
Yeah. Where they pull their pants down and do a squat for absolutely no reason.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I follow it, but it's stupid.
I mean, they're putting in the effort. I'd feel bad not looking.
I have never been to a gym. Well, I guess I haven't lived in a big enough town to witness that kind of thing.
Yeah, there's all these things out there where like chicks will be working out with like their cell phone camera videoing them and then be like, or like they'll be wearing a skimpy as shit outfit and then just look for dudes to be looking just so they could be like, why are you watching me work out?
Right. Why are you wearing
Like,
that?
why the fuck are you wearing that? But if you saw a chick with a tripod and the circle light and the video camera in the gym, what would you do? Would you just try to not be in the frame?
I would be in the frame on purpose to fuck with them. So this actually did happen. We were in Malibu, and the kids were playing in the ocean. I don't really like ocean water, and so I'm just sitting on the beach chilling. And these 2 girls were like recording themselves doing the whole splashing the water thing on the beach, and I just like try to stay in their frame to fuck with them the entire time. Because I'm a
As
dick.
you should. Yeah,
Right.
if I see people out in public, like, so the jelly beans girl,
Yeah.
like, first of all, how the fuck is she so famous? She only does one fucking dance.
First of all, the dancing thing's fucking dumb.
It's stupid. And she'll do it in a fucking, she'll do it in a fucking grocery store where there's like some innocent old man there who's just put in this awkward position of like, okay, I'm in the frame. There's a smoking hot chick dancing. I don't know what to do here.
She got famous because she bashes in her fucking hood and her cars. Right. And she was in an interview that like she explained it. She goes, realistically, it's like $1,000 for a windshield.
Yeah.
So, and the money I make off of it's nothing. Like I'm not really hurting my car, but then you get like the dude follower that likes tits. You get the car follower that likes cars and tits. You get all of the followers just because she jumps on her hood and bashes her windshield.
Yeah. She's smart.
Fucking ingenious, but
it's fucking ingenious. Weird. But if some chick fucking does that in a store or in a gym and I'm in the frame, I'm just going to flip them off. Or smack their camera and be like, knock it the fuck off. I'm just trying to buy a 2x4.
Years ago,
be in your little TikTok video.
Totally opposite story, but kind of similar. Years ago, I used to go to Bally's Fitness, which is like whatever the like. What's a big gym? Name a gym.
Planet Fitness.
Like it's like a Planet Fitness. It's like huge in California.
Or LA Fitness. Same thing.
Yes, same thing. And so I'm like,
which for 3 years I thought was called Law Fitness.
Oh my god.
I thought it was like a French thing.
Well, I thought it was ASAP Rocky, but apparently it's ASAP Rocky. So I'm an idiot too.
Why does this Rocky guy want it as soon as possible? I don't get it.
Anyways, so I'm like working out in the mirror, doing my curls, and this dude is next to me with like the spaghetti string fucking top and the short shorts, and he looks like Arnold Schwarzenegger. And I just look at him and I go, can you not be next to me? He starts laughing. He's like, "You're good, bro," because I'm tiny and he's just like jacked, and I'm just like, "Bro, like, please don't." I think at the time I was like 130. I'm
Oh,
just,
jeez.
please don't. And
That's how you make friends right there.
so then we started bullshitting. And two crazy things about this dude. One, he had this huge coffee mug that he drank from. I go, "Is that coffee?" And he goes, "Yeah, it's my pre-workout. It's just black coffee." I'm like, "I guess that makes sense." And he wore a fanny pack. And I was like,
That's
"What's
where I keep my needles.
I go, "What's with the fanny pack?" And he goes, "Oh, I'll show you." And he sits down and he takes out all these photos. And he used to be fat as fuck. And he goes, "So
No
whenever I
way.
get pumped up at the gym, I sit down and I look at these pictures as motivation." And he used to be like 300 pounds. Like he was just huge.
Dude, so Biggie's a piece of shit. And he's
Yeah.
always been a piece of shit. And he probably still is.
He is a piece of shit.
But when he lost like 200 pounds, you gotta respect. How the fuck did he do that? That was pre-Ozempic and all that. How
Yeah.
did he do that?
No idea. And he was
I don't think he had surgery or anything. I think he just said,
I like that
"I'm tired of being called fat."
skin stomach thing.
Oh yeah, I'm sure he's had that taken care of by now. I wouldn't be surprised if he was fat again.
I wouldn't be surprised if he was fucking homeless. Last time I saw that dude, it was like 15 fucking years ago. And every month he'd hit me up for like $100, and I just give him $100, $100. And then finally he hit me up for like a ride to pawn something, and like, I paid for his hotel room because he was going to go back to work in the oil fields. And he's like, "Hey man, like, I'm sorry, I'm leaving. I won't ask you for anything else. Can you just pay for my hotel room for a night? And then I fly out in the morning to go back to the Dakotas." I'm like, "Cool." So I pick him up. He pawns his fucking iPad or whatever for a couple $100. And I'm like, "Why didn't you just pay for your own fucking hotel room?" And then he's like, "Can you give me a ride back to the hotel?" And I'm like, "No, I'm on my lunch break from work and I have to go back to work." He's like, "That's fucked up, man." I'm like, "Get a taxi. You just got this money." And we kind of had like a fuck you situation. And that's the last time I talked to him. And then he continued calling me for like a year. And I think his number in my phone is do not answer.
Dude, so I, for some stupid reason, got an apartment with him for 6 months at Cedar Springs, of course.
Oh, it's fucking Kyle.
Yeah. So I think he paid the first of all, I'm pretty sure his parents paid for it for the first month's rent. Never paid rent after that. And one day we got a knock on the door, and it was like the guys in the Les Schwab truck, and they literally lifted his car in the parking lot and took his wheels from him. Like, here's the reason why I'm okay with that guy. Like, I always wish people the best, and I hate that I would ever wish somebody failure, but I am okay with wishing him failure simply because the way he treated his parents, who gave him everything and were always trying to like connect with him and bond with him, the way he talked to them was so insulting. Like, I was uncomfortable being around it, the way he talked to his parents. It was terrible. And I'm almost pissed at his dad for not punching him in the face and being like, "I'm your dad."
Right.
Like, but I think his dad felt guilty because like he was like the classic like product of divorce. So his parents got divorced when he was like 10. And so he just milked it and did the whole guilt train on both of them. So they gave him everything. But anyway, yeah, that guy was a real piece of shit.
Yeah.
But
I did
lost a lot of weight.
Say this out loud, but I was in my 20s. In our 20s, we'd go clubbing, and he still could not pick up a chick because he still was like fat mentality. Like, he was super thin, jacked, but he did not know how to talk to people. It was the strangest.
He was one of those guys that impregnated a couple of girls and like legitimately did. And then they realized he was a total douchebag. And so they didn't want to stay with him. So I'm pretty sure he's got like a few kids out there.
Oh, Jesus.
Where it's just like, Pretty sure he's never paid child support. The women didn't stay with him. Like, it's almost tragic. But like I said, that guy's had so many opportunities and just been a dick through all of them.
Yeah.
What a terrible way to end the podcast.
No shit.
Hmm.
So, you know, my buddy Burns, I don't think you've ever met him.
I've met Burns like 8 fucking times.
So we went to his 50th birthday the other day.
Which is bullshit. The guy still looks amazing.
Oh, he's fucking beautiful. I'm like, how he looks like he's 35.
Yeah.
No gray hair, great shape. I'm like, how are you 50? It makes no fucking sense.
Good for Burns.
So we go bowling, blah, 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 blah.
I still think him and Mary should have married.
Mary, like my sister's friend Mary?
Yep, they're perfect for each other.
I don't see that at all. Did they have sex? I'm sure they did because Mary's a
I don't know. But from what I hear, I'm very upset that I didn't get to hang out with Mary.
It wasn't that, Fred.
I did get to hang out with one of your sister's friends, though. Mm-hmm.
Anyways, so I'm trying to find.
Oh, hold on. The person wanted our top 3 moments that made us super proud.
That one.
Your sister's friend. I'm putting that at number 2.
Oh, Jesus. I'm going to have to tell her the story now. Good God.
Oh, man.
Anyways, so Burnsies, as he's like, looks like he's 35. I text him. I was like, hey, man, do you know anything about wheels? Like, I just don't understand the offset. Like, there's so much numbers with wheels and tires that make absolutely no fucking sense to me. And I'm like, I'm trying to find these fucking rims, but I don't want to buy new ones for the Corvette and blah, blah, blah. So we're going back and forth. And he's like, I really like just like the classic rally wheels that you have on him. I'm like, you are old. Like, you just solidified that you're an old man. Like, at what point in your life do you go, I'm just going to restore this car back to stock? Like, it's terrible.
Yeah. How many Hawaiian shirts do you own, Burns? Are you a New Balance or a Nike Monarch guy?
He's going to beat you up. He listens.
Oh, does he?
Yeah.
Damn it.
Yeah.
He's legit, though. I remember, like, I had to do Ducati, and I thought I was cool shit. And I think he had an Aprilia at the time, but he actually rides his bikes.
Oh, he can, like, full knee turn.
Oh, yeah. I just want to ride down Northwest 23rd. That's all I care about. But he, like, legit rides his bikes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not trying to do that. Nope. I got to call it, dude. I got to go say hi to my kid before he goes to sleep.
Okay.
All right. Solid podcast. Till next time, this is Jesse and Joe with the Real for Life podcast.
Real for life.